Hey guys, Cash Cat here. So today I'm going to talk about velocity banking because that is a video that I promised, and I said that was going to be one of my strategies to start paying off my debt. So let's get into it. So what is velocity banking? Well, the definition of velocity banking is it's cash flow management. It's a cash flow, essentially it's a cash flow management strategy you can use to systematically use your monthly income and expenses through an array of loan products like HELOCs and credit cards and stuff to accelerate your debt elimination. And I get it that that's a kind of a pretty wordy explanation of what velocity banking is. My definition of it is a way to pay less interest by using your income and your expenses to lower your average daily balances on your debt. And that can help you pay less interest and, eliminate your debt quicker. Because if you're paying less interest, then you're paying more towards principal, and the quicker you can get this stuff paid off. So that being said, let me grab my my velocity banking notebook here. So let me adjust you guys a little bit here. Let's see if we can. Okay. So what I've got is the main thing that you need to figure out with, and it's really important to know your numbers. And the other thing too is just a disclaimer. I'm not a financial person. I'm just somebody that's using this to try and eliminate their debt and hope that it can, help somebody else as well. Like I said, the best explanation that I got was from Christy Vann of the Fantastic channel, and I will link her down in the description. She has some really good, and I'll probably link one of her videos that I think is the best. So she just seems to explain it on a level that I kind of get. So basically, I'm just for my debt payoff journey's sake, I'm going to just kind of lay out what I am doing. So the three numbers that are really important in velocity banking are your income, your expenses, and from that you can figure out your cash flow. Okay, and that cash flow is going to come in. It's going to be really important here later on. So I've written down all my expenses here, including my mortgage, all of my my debt. You're going to probably ask me in the comments why I don't have my 401k on here and my Capital One business, and that is because the Capital One business, it gets paid for when I make my sales on eBay. I make sure I pay that first, so that payment's already taken care of. And my 401k loan is paid out of my check every month. So the income that I put down is after that's already been taken out of my check. My income, the only income I have is two biweekly checks. I will put income in here if I, when I get my eBay ramped up and sales get going again. So, but if you're going to do your income, you want to put everything you get. If you get child support, put that. If you get any sort of other payments, you put that. If you have a side hustle like DoorDash or something, you put that, you add that to your income as well. Expenses, you need to make sure that you have all of your expenses dialed in, or this won't work. So any subscriptions, any anything that, you know, this is why it's a good idea to go check your bank statements and things like that. So anyway, these are my expenses, and I pretty much, I cut my subscriptions and Apple and all kinds of stuff like that. You know, I've slashed my budget. So Hulu is pretty much the subscription that we have. So yeah, Hulu, and then we do whatever we do with our cell phones. So but there is no like little, you know, $3.99, $5.99, $7.99 Apple charges coming out, because I've eliminated all those. So that being said, my monthly income is $4,611.42. And then my expenses that I'm going to grab from down here is $4,300, I wish it was $43, $4,390.04. And so that makes my cash flow a positive cash flow of $221.38. Okay, and that's going to come into play here because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using my HELOC to kind of strategically get these debts paid off. So the next thing that you do is, I'm looking over here at these three, because these are my debt, these are my loans, and which payment, you know, where do I want to start? Well, this is huge right here. So $565. So what I do is my HELOC is $74,699.02 right now. It's different from one of my previous videos because I was able to pay some more down, and that was via some sales that I made on eBay. So basically, what I'm doing is every month, so starting in November, you know, my first paycheck will go in, and I'm just going to bundle them all together. So for November, you subtract out your income. So you go $4,611.42. You pay all of that towards the HELOC is what I'm going to pay it all towards the HELOC. And so that brings my balance down to $70,087.60. Okay. And so what I'm going to have here is that this payment right here to my HELOC, it eliminates this payment right here. So what my expenses are now are the $4390.04 minus $565. Okay. And that comes to $3,725.04. Okay. So, best case scenario, I'm just going to go through how this is going to work, but in other videos, what I'm going to do is I'll show you guys my journey. Basically, what I'm going to do is I will show you the $74,699. I will subtract the you know, my biweekly paycheck, and then I will subtract the other biweekly paycheck, and then I will be like, do a weekly of where I'm adding back in of, okay, well, you know, electricity and internet's due on the 21st, and my HELOC payments due, well, that's going to be eliminated. So, you know, Hulu's due on the 28th, and, you know, my garbage bill's due on the 9th, and so is my water bill. So I'll slowly add those back in over the month. But for the instruction purposes, what I'm going to do is I will add back in the whole thing. So it's $3,725. So this is for, that's income month 1. And this is expenses. Month number 1. So you're going to add that back in there, $3,725. Oops. I messed up on that one. And 4 cents. Okay. So that brings the balance back up to $73,812.64. Okay. And then you're going to need to add in interest back in for the month. So on the HELOC. I'm just going to put month number 1. And then, so basically I figured out the interest of the average. I did an average daily balance, and so basically that's going to be $365 that's coming back in interest. And that makes my new balance for my HELOC at $74,177.64. So as you can see, it's going to continually pay this down. Okay. It's going to continually go and pay this principal down until I get, probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to where I can pay off the Barclay card, and I'll put it over on the HELOC, and then that'll eliminate that $70 payment, and then I'll take I'll get it down to where the Capital One, and we'll eliminate that too, and then everything's going to be going into the HELOC, and we just kind of rinse and repeat. So anyway, guys, I hope this makes sense. If it didn't, feel free to ask questions down in the comments. And if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and yeah, all that stuff. Thanks.